Hello and welcome to the next problem. Well, project. Problem project. It's a problem because it's a hard project. On our quest to conquer freeCodeCamp. This will be the visualized data with a Choropleth Map. I'm not sure if I pronounced that correctly. I've been looking at this project for a while, and I have to say that it's pretty hard, sort of. So I really don't know exactly how to do it. You'll find me struggle a lot. So for those of you who know D3 more than I do, and you work with this kind of data, now would be a good time for you to help me. Okay, let's see what is it about. Actually, I guess if we check the link with the final project, we can see what is it about. So we have a map with the United States counties, all of them, and with a percentage of adults age 25 or older with a bachelor's degree or higher from 2010 to 2014. Now you can see that this map is generated, and this is an SVG, all of that stuff, which we haven't done before. So yeah, I looked at this code, tried to understand how it works. I don't know, I got a little bit of idea out of it, but there's still stuff I don't understand. Now the thing is that, well, let's look over the user stories and see what we have to do. We need a title and a description, and then should have a countries with a corresponding class county that represents the data. There should be at least 4 different field colors. Now we have data FIPS, which I don't know what stands for, and data education properties. Should have a county for each provided data point. The counties should have data FIPS and data education values. The Choropleth should have a legend, 4 different colors for the legend, and the tooltip. So basically we have pretty much what we had in the previous challenges, in the previous projects. The legend, the tooltip, and some data which need to display. The only tricky part is that we don't have now we're not dealing with rectangulars and circles. We need to create custom shapes. And for that we have 2 JSON files. One has an array of all the states and the area names, also the bachelor degrees, or bachelor or higher, 21.9. Okay, so this is interesting. I'm not sure how many data, but it's a lot of data. So this is pretty straightforward. We have FIPS with, again, I don't know, maybe it's like some sort of ID or something. State, and then area name, and then this number value. But then we have this other JSON, county data, and this is this one. I've studied it a bunch of times, and I still don't really understand it. We have an object with counties. Well, if I click this, it's also very long, and it's laggy. Yeah, so I can see we have objects, arcs, bbbox, and transform. It looks like some sort of, I don't know, some sort of template or something, like a JSON template or some stuff, which it's used by some library. So I'm not 100% sure. As I said, I looked through their code, which we're going to do a lot. In order to, I don't want just to copy the project. That would be easy. I want to look over it and understand why they did what they did. Okay. Okay, so you can see that we have a linear scale linear, which creates a domain from 2.6 till 75. I guess this is the scale here, which is pretty straightforward. Nothing very fancy here. All right. It creates the legend, this one, which is a rectangular, well, multiple rectangulars. We have a colors, yeah, this color scale, which is from these ranges. It apparently has a size of something, or I'm not sure what this third argument does, because it takes the maximum minus the minimum and divides it by 8, which is the length. And also, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yeah. And also we have this scheme greens, which apparently gives us a range of colors, nine green colors. If we change this to reds and rerun it, you can see that this map becomes red. Maybe also works with blues, I don't know. Blues. Hello, Saha. How are you? Yeah, so you can see that it works with blues and greens and reds. Maybe these are some built-in arrays or something from D3. Alright. So next it creates the legend and appends these rectangulars, each colored from the range. It has a width of x minus d1 and x minus d0. Not sure what these d's are. D, what is the d? Oh, the data. So the data comes invert extend. Yeah, so a lot of functions we didn't learn before. That's a little, yeah, odd, because I was expecting to learn about this stuff, not just rumble around the internet and find what we need to do, right? But apparently that's what we have to do in this project. Okay, next they created this text, fill in with black, and have this attribute text anchor start. Not sure what this does if we remove it. Let's see. Apparently nothing. Okay. Next, call the text in bottom. And text. Okay, who knows? This creates the percentages here. Return met.round takes x. So yeah, as I said, a lot of things we don't know yet. Call, select domain remove. Yeah. Okay, then we have the two JSONs, which they call and then await and pass in this callback function, which takes error, US, and education. Now I think US refers to this file, and I don't know, US and education. So gives us two objects or two data. I'm not sure if they are objects, and then starts to create these elements, paths or whatever, class counties, and it has a path. And look at that, they're using here a TopoJSON, and I found out that that's a library, TopoJSON, which has a feature function, takes in US and US objects countries, and that features gives us back an array which will be converted to data. Hello Ali. So this will be converted to data, because then we're using this data to create the FIPS and education, whatnot. And look at that. So basically this D, given the path, it creates the path. So all these shapes. So this has something to do with this path, apparently. Not sure why it's called path, where it comes from. Path. The next one. Okay, so yeah, look at that. Path is actually d3.geopad. GeoPad. So another function we don't know about. Yeah. Well, we're going to look over what this function does, try to understand it, then also look to this Topo.js library, see if we can understand what it does. And other than that, that's pretty simple. So I'm most concerned about these shapes, how they are created. Because if we look through this JSON, we have counties, geometries, and look at that, a ton of objects. They say type polygon and arcs. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that are arcs. Do we need to put them somewhere? I don't know. And that's why I think these will be used by that JSON, what was called? Where is it? Features, Topo.json feature, whatever, will be used by those to create these polygons for us. Polygon 10, 11, 12. It looks like, I don't know, they go in order, like the IDs. Geometries, arcs. This is a big array, barely opening. So yeah, let's see. Okay, so some numbers, which does what? I have no idea. What I was thinking initially is that, oh, I guess their positions, X, Y, X, Y, X, Y. Probably, but I can't tell for sure. Or, yeah. Can't tell for sure because we haven't learned that, which is interesting. So basically these shapes are sort of, I created shapes before in Canvas and stuff like that. So how do you do it is that you call all the points with X and Y coordinates, and then you sort of trace them and connect them with a line. And when you get to the last point, which is the first point or whatever, you can connect the last one with the first one, and you fill in with the color. if we're inspecting this, let's see. Console works very hard. Not console. Elements. Hey, Coders Giant. Look at that. So we have these and all these numbers. D takes M118. So all the numbers which needs to be created somehow. And draws the path. So yeah. Alright. I also found this thing about the GeoPad. You can see that it creates a map of Africa, I think. Is it? Yeah. And you can see they are inside the box and they have all the points. So what this requires? GeoMarket or whatever. Scale, translate, center. GeoPad, projection. This projection. Then GeoGenerator, area, bounds, centroid, measure. What in the world? Okay, function update GeoJson takes the data GeoJson.features. So you can see that here, well, we get geometries. And this one takes object.countries. So object, where is it? Objects countries. And it takes all this object, and I guess it knows how to create these arcs. BB box. This something and transform, scale, translate. Hey Mihai, how are you? Ali says, amazing work. You've motivated me to get all my freeCodeCamp certificates. Awesome. That's what I want to hear from everybody. Alright, so we have a rough idea. We're definitely going to use this project as a reference. We're going to create our own and then use what I want to use here will be these TopoJSON features, as I don't quite understand how that works. And then we're going to pass in the path. So if that works, and it will create the paths for us, then the other thing like the tooltip and this legend, or well, we'll have a different legend or something that we can create. Alright, so let's proceed. That was a long introduction. This project and the next one I'm most concerned about because I haven't done something like this before. So it will probably take up a lot of time. I'm still 2 projects behind my schedule, so that's no good. So let's import D3 and that TopoJSON. Oops. Here, Topo. An extension to GeoJson that encodes topology. Sounds fancy. Let's see. What was it? Where? Here. Again. Topo. An extension to GeoJson. Okay. So GeoJson. Let's see what GeoJson is about. Okay, features. Table, JSON. Open. File. No. Could we new? Oh, look at that. So we could save the JSON. So yeah, as I said, probably this is, where is our JSON? Topology. Yeah, type pod topology. So it's some kind of JSON for topology. Who knows? But that's my guess. All right, let me stretch and then we can proceed. Hopefully we finish these D3 projects today. There are 2 left. And then we can go on to learn Node.js, Express, Mongo, Mongoose, and all the backend fun stuff with JavaScript. That will be much better. Water, the sponsor of this show. Everyone should get water. It's good. All right. Okay, good. So we have that. We have this ton of links. Let's change this. Oops. Oh, we need to fork this project, not to change it. So fork it for our own, and we can say visualize data with what? With a Choropleth map. All right, good. So that's that. Next, we could use something we built before, so we don't rewrite everything. Also, let's add freeCodeCamp here. So people, freeCodePen, freeCodeCamp. Okay. Dashboard, and this one. We are going to use this one, as I kind of like the tooltip, kind of liked the tooltip. Awesome. Okay. So let's paste this in. And interesting. We should have, oh, we also need the HTML and the CSS. So basically this is the project we built yesterday. And we're going to start from there. I guess we could just fork to that project. Oh wow. Good. So now here we have this project, which has all the CSS and the HTML and everything we need. Ooh, I just got an orange lemonade from my wife, which is so good. This video is not sponsored anymore by water. Now it's sponsored by orange lemonade. Alright. Now the thing is that the user stories for this project are so vague that we could basically go get away with something very simple. They don't test data, they don't test the map and anything. But we're going to do the right thing and build it as this one, sort of. Okay, so let's put the H1 here, like that, and the percentage, whatever this description is. All right, so that's that. Good. Next, container tooltip. We're going to need this. And inside here we have colors. We won't use them anymore. We have months. No. We have two fetch APIs. Well, we have one. I need two. Sorry. Um. All right, we're going to switch around this time, and we're going to use a wait, or at least try to. Because we have two JSONs. So let's copy them. Put them here. Okay, the first one will be user education, then counties. So, oops, like strings. And here we're going to use fetch on this, and also fetch on this. But I'm going to use a wait fetch, and we're going to get back a response. So edu response, we're going to call it, and then this edu response we're going to await again and do this res.json, and we'll get back education. So await edu response dot res. So basically what not that res, that JSON. Basically what we do in this then method. So we're awaiting this to call. When it's called, we're awaiting this to call, and then we get the response, which will store inside the education. And now we'll do the same thing with this one, which will be counties response, and then counties, which will be await counties response.json. Good, so we don't need this anymore. And also the create stuff, we won't use it anymore as a function, but instead we're going to do everything in global, which is, well, not the best, but for now it should work. Maybe we should wrap everything in this function. Jamie, hi. I'm not sure if await works in global or needs to be inside a function which is a sync function. Let's see. Console.log education. Do we have the data? Education. No. Okay. What if we create an async function? Not sure where the keyword goes. Async function. Work? No, run. And we put everything aside. Hey Jamie, what's up? And then call the run function here. Now we should await sync function, async, or sync function. Let's inspect it and see what's going on. Console. Counties ref.json is not a function. Ooh. So that JSON is not a function. Now that's like that. Function async. What ID are you coding in? This is CodePen IO. Come on, this runs. I haven't used async await that much, so just try and see what works or not. We don't need Babel here. So now we can see if we have any errors. Yep. Unexpected identifier. Where? So probably this is a sync. I could just Google it and see. Oh well. Run. Okay, so that runs. And then count is resp is not a function. Count is resp.json is not a function. Why? Yeah, so count is resp.json is not a function. Okay, that's a good start. Also, one more thing. Where are we using so here in the project they are creating the county file and education file, deferring it, not sure what that does, and then await for the ready function to work, which gives us US, I guess is this one, and education. Oh, okay, I can see education here. Alright. Good. Fips. Get the fips and then the ID. Alright. So they're using both. Why count is the resp.json is not? Oh, it's not a function because we forgot to await before the fetch. Duh. So now we should see the beautiful 3142 items. Alright, perfect. So we have education and also we should have counties. Okay, topology, yeah. So we can see this object. Alright, good. So that's something. Jamie says, I see no intelligence in the ID. Is that any reason for that? Well, it's a browser-based ID, so that's the reason. This orange lemonade is so good. Alright, so we have our data. Now what? We need to use it. Scales. Which scales do we need? X scale, which is, well, this, and color scale. No, that's not a scale I want. But what else? I'm interested in how to create this. So FIPS, data education, and pet. Oh, this pet thing, D3 GeoPad. I also use VS Code in some projects, but these are good. CodePen is good to share the code because you have the link. Okay, unemployment, also D3 map. Where is this used? So it's not used. Okay. Will this still work the same? Apparently. Okay, so that's not of any use for us. Okay, good. Let's create this interesting map. So we need on the SVG to append a G, a class of counties, select the pets, all the pets, and then do this stuff. Enter, append the pet, and then county. Sites of counties and county. Okay. Oh, this is like a group of all the counties. Okay, not sure. Do we need that class? County, no. So we don't need that class. Okay. Top of JSON, we have that feature US objects counties. So it takes in the object which we're getting, and also the second parameter objects.counties, and gives us the features, which probably is, let's see, let's take this and study it. Study to see what it does. Console.log this. And in our case, it's not US, it's counties. This is the way to learn it, I guess. No, nothing? Topology. We have it. Data is not defined. Okay, data not defined. We're still using the data to create all these, which we don't have anymore. Also, we don't need the axis, which we can delete, and the legend. Well, the legend we might need, but for now, let's just let's just comment it out. SVG, okay, with height. This should create an SVG. Temp scale, no. X scale, Y scale, no. And X scale, no also. So we don't need scales. Okay, so that's that. We should see an SVG created, but somewhere it got stuck. Data is not defined. Oh, look at that. Cell width and height, we don't need anymore these. Okay, so now we should see something in the console. No? Oh. No, that's interesting. Who knows? What is it? Alright. Oh, yeah, so we get this, which is probably with an array of objects. Well, we could slice it up so we only see like 10. Okay, good. So we have an array, feature ID, properties, geometry. Oh, nice. Properties, geometry, coordinates, and this has probably all the coordinates we want to draw. Okay. So yeah. Did we create a pet? No. Let's create a pet. Pet will be d3.geopad. Okay. And I guess we can start creating that group SVG that select G. 1 second. So append G because we don't have it. All right. Append G, and inside we want to select all D, which are not sure how they call it. Let's see, SVGD. SVGD. D attribute defines the path to be drawn. Oh, so path, not D, path. Okay. So path. Select all path. Then we need to use the data, which is, let's store this as data. Const data will be this thing. Data will be the data, and then we enter and we append the path. Okay, I guess. Let's see. So far so good. Data, okay, enter, append. All right. And we need to create that D. Yes, so that D is a property. As you can see here, the path has a fill and the D, which is a list of points, or arcs and Q and all these fancy thing we haven't learned about, but alright. Let's just trust our intuition here. D and the path. No, nothing. We don't have a fill, so let's fill it with black. Oops. Like that. Fill nothing. Elements. The body inside, we should have an SVG somewhere. Div, no. SVG is a container, append SVG. So inside of a container, apparently we don't have it. Why? Feature country size, that's right. That also appears right. Let's see the data. Somewhere it stops. So features, slice. We only want the 10 of them for now. D3 select container. Do we have? We have. Okay. So it should put it inside the container. And then append G. I missed something. Append G and then select paths. Okay, so I did it. What's wrong? D3 is path like that. Don't have any error, or do we? Oh, D3 get path is not a function. Oh, not get path. Oh, GeoPad. Alright. Oh, GeoPad. Whoa, look at that. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and probably somewhere else the 10th country, which is pretty neat. I'm wondering, how do they know where to place it? If we allow all of them, we should see a map, sort of. Drum rolls. Whoa, look at that. See a map. It's pretty crazy. Now, I don't like that it's not, we don't have a scale for it. Yeah, neither they. So the width, what's the width and height of the SVG? 960 by 600. Probably that's what we should do also. 960 by 600. We don't need the padding. So now we should see the entire map. Hopefully. Yep, look at that. So this is the entire map. Is it? Yeah. Okay, so except the fact that we don't know 100% what this does and what this does, well, it kind of works. We have the US map. Let's give these pets a select all pets, attribute, class should be county. Okay, we would also need, we don't need this anymore. We can have them have the tooltip. So on mouse over, they'll create the tooltip, but now what's the X and what's the Y? That's the question. Okay. So we can show the tooltip and hide it on hover. Apparently it doesn't do it yet. But we need to see what's left and top. So let's see what's D here. Console log D. On mouse over. D. Oh, okay. Geometry. Coordinates. So it has some points. I guess we could use this as an X and Y. Let's try that. So we get the dot geometry dot coordinates, and we have an array. So the first element. Okay, let's write it down before we forget. So coordinates or coordinates will be, let's destructure it. D dot geometry, right? Okay, and now we can see coordinates, or if I could type. Alright, coordinates like that. Drum rolls. If we hover over, look at that, we have an array of all the points. So we could probably get this X and Y. So coordinates, let's get the X and Y from coordinates index 0. This is array destructuring. Considering that this has two values, we get the X and the Y. So now the X and the Y should be there. Okay, look at that. Nice, nice, nice. That's actually not what I was looking X has 2 and Y has 2. X, Y coordinates of 0. Let's see again. Console.log coordinates of 0. What is it? This is debugging, guys. If you want to find out what's going on, whoa, so we have an array of arrays. So then, okay, one more time. So coordinates. This. What is it? An array of arrays. Okay, so then we get x and y from coordinates 0, 0. Now that's a guess. I don't know 100% for sure. But we can see it. Okay, so we get to, this should be more of a like on the 50, 60s or so. Yeah, so that looks like the right x and y. So we can use that to create the tooltip. X plus pixels and y plus pixels. And what attribute do we need for the tooltip? Data education. That corresponds to the data education. Whoa, okay. Oh, data education. How do we get this property? We need to see again what we have on the D. See if we can find something. Because the data education, oops, here. So corresponds to the data education of the active area, which comes from here. Area name, I think they want, or data education, or this bachelor or higher. Data education. Probably one of these two. Property that corresponds to the data education of active. Yeah, probably the bachelor or higher property. Let's see what they use here. Let's save our project before we lose it. So the data education, it filters over the education and finds where the FIPS it equals to the ID. So in our D here, somewhere we should have an ID. Okay, look at that, awesome. So we get the ID, and that ID should be mapped with this FIPS. Okay, that's doable. So also they get, yeah, and the bachelors or higher. Okay, so that's doable. We need to find the item inside of the education array, which will be this this property we need. So education should be educations, or what we called still educations. All right, so the education will be educations that find edu or something like that, where edu.id equals to our edu.fips. Not sure why they don't give it ID. What's fips, but whatever. D.id. So when it finds this, just return the education. Now console.log education should be that object we are looking for. Okay, you can see it has FIPS, state, area, and bachelor or higher. So we can put that education.batch or how do you spell it? Let's copy it. Alright, so now that should be it. And inside the inner HTML, let's add that. This education, and also we can add education dot area name. Oops, area name. This and the state. Education dot state. So now we have this should pop up inside the tooltip. Everything is correct. We should have these all. Okay, them back. Good. Hopefully this will look at that. Now we just need to place the tooltip somewhere else and maybe change its color, so it should be white. The color should be black. And let's make a whiter shadow. Okay, so something like, well, not that much. 2 pixels, 2 pixels, 4 pixels. Alright. Now, and we just, oh, you can see that it goes for the top of there or something. So maybe just on the X, that should be fine. On the Y, let's subtract 100. Now it should go up. Okay, that's too much. 50. 50, and let's subtract 50 on the X also. And then append the PX. Alright. Good, so now we can see, okay, it doesn't work always as expected. But I guess it's fine. Good. Good. So we're about 1 hour in, which is pretty good. I expected it to take longer, considering that I didn't know a lot of stuff. Okay. Legend. Need a legend. Let's run the tests and see how many we fail. In the meantime, let's drink some more orange. Well, this takes a lot. Whoa. Yeah, so we fail a lot of tests. County, not find any element. I. Good. That's work. Should have counties with the corresponding class county. Why don't you have it? We gave you the class of county here. Well, maybe just do it here. What? Oh. Alright, 3 more. 4 different field colors. The countries should each have data FIPS and data education properties. So, data FIPS and data education. Attribute data FIPS will be the ID. So d.id. Next, the data education will be what we did here. So education find. Let's create this function which takes in D and does this thing again. I guess we could probably create a function and run it, but for now, oh well, looks fine here. And we return, oops, education dot bachelor's or higher. I guess we could just take this and return this dot bachelor's or higher. I had to look at that, I don't know how to spell it. And we need to return it, so let's use the implicit return on that. Okay, so we find educations and get the bachelor's or higher. Data fibs, data education, that should work now. Hopefully 8 out of no. Look at that. Data fibs, data education properties containing. Okay. Why? Maybe put them after. Or don't you like it because it's on the path? Let's see where they put it. Data education. Yeah, they do pretty much the same thing here. Attribute on where? Yeah, on the same thing after the path. The fill, data education, data fibs. Why do you have two data education? Class county, data fibs returns the ID, and education returns this. Bachelor's or higher. So that's pretty much what we do. Data fibs, data education. Find. Did I misspell this? Yeah, definitely did. And d.id. That should work. Data fibs. Okay, so now they pass data fibs and data education. We just need to have 4 different fill colors and a legend with 4 colors, and then we're done. Now, whoa, what's this? Interesting. Now, for the colors, maybe we should use something what they did here. Created a scale for the colors. Range. I guess this range is the property of bachelor's or higher. And the range, yeah, we could do this. And instead of hard-coding the numbers, we're going to use D3 min and max to get the min and max values. Let's do it where? Here. Const colors scale. D3.scale linear. They use some other scale, right? Scale threshold. How's that different? I don't know. Let's see. Oops, we don't need this, we don't need this, not this, nope. No, no, no. Okay, yeah. D3 scale threshold. Oh. So that's used to do something like that. Scale threshold. Well, where's the documentation? Threshold scale. Threshold constructs a new threshold scale with a specified domain and range. If domains is not it or if, well, it defaults to 0.5. If range is not specified, it defaults to 0.1. Thus, the default threshold scale is equivalent to the metaround function for numbers. Okay. Threshold value. Given a value in the input domain, returns the corresponding value in the output range. Okay, so yeah, let's use this. We gave two numbers and I think that schemes reds. I think, well, they used all other colors. So chromatic. Ordinal screen blues. Yeah, in blues and even number T in the range returns the corresponding color from the blue sequential color scheme. Okay, blues, greens, reds, oranges. We're going to use purples. Ha, I like purples. So let's use that scale threshold. And then this needs a domain and needs a range. The range will be D3 game purples of, they use 9, let's use 4. And the domain will be what? What will be? We need to go over the countries. So D3 mean from the countries or counties. And here we need the countries. Well, the county and county dot bachelor. Can't spell that. Write that. Okay. So this is the min. And the max will be, guess what? This, but max. So it gets the countries array and goes in, checks the property and gets the minimum value out of it. Okay, so now we have the color scale and we can use it for the fill. Oh, which goes over D. Well, we'll need to do something similar to here. We're going to get the bachelor's property, but now we need to scale it with our color scale. Pretty hacky. But hopefully this will give us a color from that scale. Okay, it's purple. But not as purple as I wanted it to be. Oh, and it says Celsius. That's what? Percentage. Percentages. Okay, now the colors. Why don't we have the corresponding colors? Well, let's use 9 as they used. Okay, so it only gets one color. So apparently we didn't did something correctly. Our min and max, let's see. What are those? Console.log. Undefined, undefined. Missing. Whoa. We're still missing something. Undefined, undefined. Not too good. D3 min, D3. This is what we did so far. So what's wrong? Let's check in the other project. this one, where we created a scale. So D3 max, we get the data and we return what property we want from the data. So count is, oh yeah, here, county.bachelors or higher. County. No, not the counties we want, is the education. So it's the educations. Okay, that's why it didn't work. I mixed it up. So the counties don't have any value here. So education and now edu. Oh, now this should work. And let's paste that it here. And we should have 4 colors. Hopefully. No? Okay, so we get the values. Oh, here, education's fine. Color scale. E. Education. Console.log. You can see that they use these datas, not here. Here, but they manually type them in. Which I guess it works, but we're more fancy than that. And then on the field, what they did. D0. Return D0. Color D0. Color D0. They're passing in the... Oh, okay. This goes over the colors, which is okay. Good. I want to see the fill on this. Class, okay, fill, education's filter. And yeah, it finds and gets the bachelor's or higher. So yeah, that's what we do. I guess we can see what we have here. Like that. Return 0 for now. Const color. Console.log color. Okay, so the same color over and over and over. Some of the, yeah. But why? Let's see this property. What is it? No, console that log this. Find that education with the fibs equal d.id. So yeah, different numbers. Okay. Get these numbers. We pass them in our scale. Why the scale gives us the same numbers? Color scale. Colors. Okay, it's 50. If it's 75, the same color. 20. Get the same color on the scale, so something is wrong. Okay, let's test our color scale. We're going to leave this like it was. Should be good. But let's test our color scale. So console.log colors scale of, so the minimum is 2.6 and the maximum 75.1. Now they do a range here with these also. I'm not sure what this is. Let's see, D3 range. Not range band, just range. Maybe that function gives back something with start, stop, and step. Okay. So we need a step. Maybe. Let's see, color scale 5. Color scale, oops. 5, 20, 50, 65. Whoa. 70. So we have multiple ones. Okay, they return the same color. Let's add in the step. The step here was the maximum minus the minimum divided by 8. Not sure why 8. Let's do something like that. So for that, maybe we could store the minimum, min education, so we use it multiple times. Oops. D3 like that, and the maximum education, D3 max. Okay, now we can pass in these instead of these, min and max, and instead of an array we can use d3.range, pass in these values. Let's put them on a line now. Okay, you can see something changed, which is good. Good. And let's use the step, which was max edu minus min edu divided by 8. Alright, look at that. So now we have our nice purplish color. Okay, so we had to copy some, well, we didn't copy, we just learned from it. Here's some things there. Oh well. Okay. We have this, we have that. Let's create a legend. And with that, we are done. I'm going to manually create a legend like in the last project. Sort of. So CodePen, dashboard, this project. And let's see how we created here now. So we dynamically created it. The legend. Let's get this legend created. Oh, look at that. So we had the code here. So legend width and height. Like that. We put it on the body. SVG, legend, width, height, colors, data colors. What data we'll need here? Yeah, let's put an array of an array of values from max to min. So the first one will be min, the last one will be max, and then we create 7 more numbers in between. Does that make sense? And then we'll have an array of colors, and we can use those colors. So let's do that. Const colors will be an array starting with min edu and max edu. That okay. We need to map over this. So basically that's the education. So we map over the education and do color scale of education. We create the color after it. Now we should have those 2 colors. Good. Let's add all the in-between colors. So we're going to have a step. Const step will be this. So let's put it here. Well, actually, let's put it above and use that. And now we can do a for loop. Okay, needs a parenthesis. Do a for loop. Let I equals min education, I less or equals than max education, I plus equals a step. And inside our colors array, colors, we're going to do colors at push I. So now we have that array. Let's see, const log colors. We're going to do that. Okay. Undefined missed. Whoa. What happened here? So colors. Let min education, max education starts with the step. Colors that push I. Oh, some error somewhere. Unidentified token. Where? That's good, that's good. Oh, not comma. Okay. Now this should probably be fine now. Another token. Let I equals less than, okay. Colors. Console.log. This scale. I messed up something when I copied it. These parentheses here. Okay. Good, so that works. We should have our colors, which are the numbers from 2.6 till 75.1. All the ranges, so we can, instead of pushing the education, we can do color scale. And now we have the colors. All right, perfect. And look at that. Our scale also has, our legend also has this, which is great. Let's remove these. I want to make the legend. Let's give it a class of legend. And inside the CSS, we don't need this. Container tooltip should be fine. SVG, okay. And our legend should be position absolute, top 0, left, right 0. Okay, but it's not inside the container. Let's add it inside the container. Body, no, container. Like that, it should be placed here. Alright. Maybe let's play with its positioning. So top. Oh, maybe with the size. The size, height should be 30, 180. Okay. And put it top 20 pixels and right 100 pixels. More 110. Alright, so we have some sort of legend. It would be nice to have the numbers there, but oh well. It works for our 200 has a little white space. Okay, so it's fixed. Good. This should run the tests and should work with everything. And we're done. Our map. If you hover over, you get all this data. And this shows a legend, which does not have numbers. How could we? Okay, I have an idea. So instead of pushing the colors here, let's push in the numbers. And then we can use fill to fill the colors. Color scale.c. Now this should work for the fill, but at the same time we could have some text. So append text and attribute text. I'm not sure. C or whatever this was. Attribute text does work, doesn't work. Okay, so somewhere we learned how to add text. Let's see. Labels. Correct text. Oh, so create a text. Well, let's go to a project which already has it. The text D. Oh, text D. Okay. So append text, and then this should be that. We should have some numbers now. No. Also need to change the fill attribute, as maybe it's the color. No. So we go over, select all the texts. Oh. So it creates other data. Select all text, data set, enter, append. Alright, let's do that. So on the legend, legend that append all text, not append all, select all text, then we want to add the data colors. push this back so we can do that. Add the data colors. Enter. Append the text. And now we should fill back CCC. Okay. No, still don't see any attribute. Oh, not attribute. Text. Okay. Still no. So data, append, text. What we want, and we now have to add X and Y. X and Y can be these. Still no text. Why is that? Select all text, the data, enter, append, fill XY text. I guess we can inspect it and see. Oh, append ATR is not a function. Hello Ivan, finally. So append text, yeah, append. Do we still get an error? No, so that works. Now probably, well, let's see if we have inside our map here. Let's take the legend. Okay, legend, rectangulars, doesn't create any texts. Why? Oh, it does. Look at that. Inside all of the rectangulars. Okay, now. That's because we need to do legend and here select all. So that should work now. Only create one text outside. Where is the body? Body, 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 body. Come on. Okay. So yeah, container, legend, rectangular and text. Okay. So we have them. They are probably just not visible. They have the same X and Y. Fill black. Do you want to fill something else? Why don't you show? Fill navy, fill no. Fill black, fill red. That's it. Okay. 100 from the top. Now this should probably work. Still no. Hey, can't you find me the body again? What's wrong with you? Legend width Y. Okay, I have no idea why this does not work. Oh, I know. I know. Because this is an SVG with a width and a height, and these now go outside of it. Hey Rakesh. So they're drawn, but somewhere around here. But if we make the legend with height, okay, you know what? Let's leave it without text. I give up on the text. It's fine. You can see that it has colors. But it should be it would be nice to have some text. Come on, come on, come on, text. Why don't you work? Text here. Show up. No. No, no, no. Body. Body. Container. What is wrong? Why can't I see this? Try out mchart. It's pretty good too. Mchart is like a library. Iframe, body, container, legend, rectangular. Look at that, it has a poop inside. Why don't you want to show me the poop? And the text. Text inside it should be poop. Whatever. Still no poop. Iframe, document, HTML, body, container, legend, rectangular, text, poop, no poop. This should be fill brown. And X should be 0. Y should be 0. This should have Z index 1000. Position absolute. Up 0, left 0. Do all the things till I can see it. Come on. Left 0. Where is it? See it. How did we have those? Okay, so you can see they're there. But in our example, they're not there. Where is the text? Come on, show me the text. You give me no choice but to don't have text. They added text with some sort of scale, X width, fill, text class, X range, Y fill, text anchor, font weight. Okay, so no text, that's all. I won't spend more time on this. Maybe in the future someone just fix this for me and send me your fixed version. You don't need this to go up high. And fine, the tests work, which is what matters. Okay, take this link, paste it. Where is it? Here. Take the I've completed and submit and go to the next one and the last one, and whew, this was tiring. Right. Thank you for all those who had the patience to see me do this. It was a pain in the head. We only have one more left, and we're done with this section. Hopefully. Alright. Thanks for all of those of you who are watching live, and for those of you who are watching the recording. If you find this valuable, I don't know if you could, but if you did, give it a like. If you didn't, then whatever. I just completed it so we can move on to the more interesting part, which comes soon after this last project. We're going to look into Node.js, Mongo, Express, all the good stuff. Alright, take care and I see you in the next one. Bye.